Start with the head coach, the guy who is responsible for this debacle, not of a game, of a season, Kyle Shanahan. So me and him got into it on Friday. That's where this story starts. I asked Kyle Shanahan about hand signals, which is a subtopic of audibles. Pre-snap control for one, Brock Purdy. Kyle Shanahan didn't like the question. He said that one, the answers are built into the play call. Then he said sometimes he gives Brock 2 plays in case the answers aren't built into the original play call, which is a contradiction. If the answers are built into the play call, why would you ever send more than 1 to Brock? The answers are there. Right there. He just has to find them in the play call. That's perfect that you made. But no, he sends 2 to Brock just in case the perfect play isn't perfect. I don't understand Kyle's logic. He's a walking contradiction and no one ever talks about it. Okay, fine. He sends him two just in case, just to be overly cautious. Here's 2 plays. I was charting. I'm de facto self-appointed quality control. I'm charting. How many times does Brock Purdy go, can? That means we're going to the second play Kyle called. How many times? I counted. Once. It was in the fourth quarter. He went, can, and then he pitched the ball to Christian McCaffrey going left. Who could see that one coming? And he lost a yard. So Kyle Shanahan's audible system averaged -1 yard per play in this particular game. That's high-level stuff. So that's a small thing. His offense stunk. He didn't give his quarterback freedom, control. That's not good. Gave up another lead to a divisional opponent. He stunk in pretty much every way a coach could stink. And then to add the little gravy on top, the cherry on top, just when Kyle Shanahan's starting to look like Denzel Washington at the end of training day, where everyone's sort of circling around him, and he's like, oh, okay, I see I have no allies here. Kurt Benkert, his former quarterback who was on the Niners practice squad for a minute and a half or whatever, is a very smart guy and a very influential YouTuber and social media presence and former NFL quarterback who knows the freaking offense. And I mean, he can talk about the Niners audibles or the quarterbacks control the line of scrimmage much better than I can. Here's what he tweeted 2 hours ago. The Niners offense doesn't adjust protections. They just throw hot. Other teams know this and can force their hand in critical situations, just like we saw in the Super Bowl last year. It's mind-blowing stuff that a simple flipper would fix. I don't know what he means by flipper, but this comment is it's a quote tweet of Ted Wynn, who does a great job, saying Purdy forced to throw hot on 3rd and 11 when a first could have iced the game. Now, if you don't know what this jargon means, a hot throw usually is a very quick throw against a blitz. So instead of trying to pick up the blitz, if they rush 6, blocking with 6 or 7, no. Just throw a quick pass to a guy running a hot route. That's usually a 4-yard route. So on 3rd and 11, if you don't pick up the blitz and you throw hot, that's what the defense wants you to do. They want you to throw a 4-yard pass on 3rd and 11, and that's what Brock Purdy did. He hit Jawan Jennings, who gained 4 yards and went backwards. That's a win for the defense. Hot routes are great for like 3rd and 2. But on 3rd and 11, when a 4-yard throw just won't cut it, why are you not blocking with 7? You have McCaffrey in the backfield and 5 offensive linemen. How about McCaffrey and a tight end? How about actually pick up the blitz, give the quarterback more than a half a second to throw the ball so he can get it past the first down marker? That's what Kurt Benkert is saying. Don't take it from me. Then he follows up. This is him. There's a happy medium in my opinion. Some plays do not need a protection change and it makes sense to go fast and throw hot. While on critical downs, you should only be calling the best play possible, and there should be a few tools for every quarterback to get the edges protected the right way. This is what Jordan Love does so well on 3rd downs, especially in the red zone. During my time in San Francisco, this was the number one thing that made no sense to me. If there is a clear and easy answer, why not empower, great verb, your quarterback to get you into the best protection, especially if he's smart? This stems back to Shanahan's history as a receiver, in my opinion, instead of from seeing it through the lens of a quarterback. But what do I know? I'm just a YouTuber. Well, that's pretty damning. Okay, so that's a former NFL quarterback explaining in NFL terms while Kyle Shanahan's offense is suboptimal against the blitz. We all knew that. We saw it in the Super Bowl. He'd be a champion right now if it was optimal. Okay, so that's just part of it. Then there's personnel usage. Christian McCaffrey comes back, clearly not the guy he was last year. We'll get to him in a minute. Jordan Mason, still on the team, averaging 6.5 yards a carry today, 2 carries. Did the Seahawks a favor not using Jordan Mason. Gave a carry to Deebo Samuel, who hasn't been an effective runner on any play in the backfield, on an end around, on a jet sweep. Doesn't matter. Hasn't been effective at that all season. He got a carry. So it's not a meritocracy, the team. Deebo gets carries no matter what because he's best friends with Kyle Shanahan. And Jordan Mason, shut up. You just be happy with whatever you get. You could average 12 yards a carry more than Deebo Samuel. They're going to be splitting carries. And Christian McCaffrey could average 3 yards a carry. He's getting 19 because Kyle Shanahan is a bad coach. He can't even get the players right. His offense stinks. His play calls suck. Just ask Jimmy Garoppolo. He can't figure out who his best players are, and he can't hold a lead or hire a defensive coordinator, although you can't blame Nick Sorensen for this one. Sala and D'Amico were good, but that was a while ago. His offense was awful. He was going against a bad defense, a legitimate bad defense. One of the worst defenses in the league statistically. The Niners scored 17 points and averaged less than 5 yards a play. My dad's watching. Fewer than 5 yards per play. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, UCLA. Sorry, English language. That's not good. Who's he going to blame for this one? Brock? Injuries? Oh, he didn't have George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk, so everything fell apart. Well, you still had Jawan Jennings, who's incredible, Jordan Mason, who you don't want to use. You had guys, you just didn't use them. After the game, he rushed into the post-game press conference, which made me feel like whatever he said to the team afterward was like 30 seconds or less. I'd love to see if the Niners post it. I doubt they will. He was in that post-game press conference so freaking fast, I hadn't even finished posting my walk-through tunnel instant analysis. I usually have 10 minutes after that just waiting around twiddling my thumbs. I'm a twiddler. Today he marches in trying to beat me to the punch, and he did. That's a guy who probably didn't have much to say. Hey, guys, you messed up. It's not my fault. Let's get him next week. One thing you could always say about Kyle's team is that they believed in him. I don't even know if he believes in himself anymore. This guy has lost whatever aura he ever had. No one's scared of Kyle Shanahan anymore. No one's scared of Kyle Shanahan anymore.